Changed my mind. Not doing it. Can't do it. Let's go back on the bike. There's a bit of wind behind. Push me up the hill. Shit. Oh, thankfully you didn't get that on camera. Nothing hurt apart from pride. Cycling wasn't my number one. It was like, you have a bike, don't you? Because you have a bike and you get kids and you want to go out riding bikes with them, and it wasn't me waking up in the morning thinking I must go for a bike ride today. Just didn't really happen.
You'd never really contemplated the idea of these massive sporty, like long distance?
No. I like a challenge, so I'd seen them and thought, oh, wouldn't that be good? But then I saw the big hills and thought, no, that wouldn't be for me. That just looks too much effort. I'd prefer to walk up or run up. You can go at your own pace and you can't fall off your trainers, so just take your own time.
My name's Anna. I live in Otley. I'm 43, I think. I'm keeping denial. I've got 2 daughters, live with my husband, and I'm training for coast to coast in a day. I used to cycle lots as a child, like everybody does, and then I had a mountain bike which I used to just take up to the gym and back about 4 or 5 miles at a time. And then when I got the injuries, I went out on that, and I just started to really enjoy it. And then I got a road bike, and then I found out there was so much great cycling near where I was, and just really enjoy it.
What changed between that mindset of not sure that's for me to, yeah, go on then?
Firstly, a person saying you must do this, and then someone else, the same person, saying yeah, you can actually do it if you try hard enough. And there's also that bit of, well, why can't I? If other people can do it, why can't I do it? And I'm starting to meet a lot more people with that mindset of why not do it rather than why shouldn't I do it. And also with the other people around you, and when people say, can I do this? You find yourself, rather than the default answer is always no. It slightly changes as to, well, let's see if we can, and why not? You're always inspired by other people. I just think, right, I want to try that. Why not? And I think that's what starts to come through. Certainly over the last few years, more than ever before. There's always been a bit of me that wants to win and wants to achieve, but not to the extent where I'm getting to now.
I am an air hostess. I work part-time for British Airways, something I've done for over 20 years. And in the last 4 years, I've been studying with the Open University, doing a health sciences degree, which I've nearly finished. And then I hope to go on and start studying to become a dietitian following that, and have a career change. And I've also got two girls at home to look after as well.
You ask anyone, right, I'm now in the middle of your busy life with your family, your kids, your work, everything else. I'm going to chuck in 10 hours a week you've got to find in your social life somewhere. Find it. And it's like, it's not that easy, is it? And that's why the event's good, because there's a fixed deadline. If you're just training for this is what it comes back to. I like to work towards an event, because if not, I don't think I'd be out there. Other things have had to slip back whilst I'm doing this, so life has to come back to normal a bit.
He's training really hard. I think it will be good for him so he can get fitter and he can impress my mum.
Do you think that you'd like to do it one day?
Maybe when I'm older, but now I'm just sticking with 1 mile, maybe.
Night before, not thinking about an awful lot, to be honest, just hoping that I'd get a good night's sleep. I was tired, I was really tired, so I was just hoping I could get a good night's sleep, just sort of chilled out.
Did I sleep well the night before the event? Not really, but that wasn't really a surprise. I'm always a bit nervous before any type of event. I've done running events before and I never sleep very well. In fact, I was in a tent, didn't really make that much difference. Slept quite well considering. Camping was quite fun really, having different people around and sort of added to the occasion. So no, I didn't sleep well, but it wasn't a problem.
The idea with starting off fairly early is that then the better people will start after me, and then each time they overtake me, I can get a little drag from them if I'm on it. So each time I could have a little drag at strategic bits. Whereas if I go too late, they've gone.
If you're riding from one side of the country to the other, you might as well start right at the edge. It was a little bit of fun. Dip my bike into the water. There were a few people precious about putting their bike into the water, especially my brother with his sons. He dared just in case it got damaged, which was quite funny. But for me, I just wanted to start at the very edge of the country, see if I could get to the other very edge.
Easy, does it? Marathon, not a sprint and all.
The event managed to get the road over Hard Mountain Rhinos close, which was absolutely fantastic because you were able to roll up and down the hills as fast as you liked or as slow as you liked. But it was just fun owning the road properly, and that was one of the highlights of the day for me.
I think the most difficult part of the day for me was having a puncture. Although I knew what to do, it was just really frustrating. It took me a little bit of time to get the tyre off, but then lots of people were very helpful going past, checking that I had enough stuff with me. It was nice to feel I wasn't completely on my own, that if I was really stuck I could have shouted, but I changed it no problem. I think the thing was I just felt really frustrated at losing the time. Got here easier than I thought I was going to. I thought there was going to be more hills to encounter, but it was all right. Might just get a bit more air in that.
What part of my training helped the most? I think for me it was the 2 trips up Hard Knot and Rhinos before the event. Ultimately, I wasn't able to cycle up them on the day, but they gave me experience of what it was. Unfortunately, there's no substitute for doing the miles and the hours. I'm not sure I did enough. I don't think you ever do.
The last section surprised me at how hilly that was. I was hoping it was all going to be a bit downhill from then, but...
And some of the views you come across just makes you smile. And then the achievement when you get to the top of the hill and you can breathe again. It's nothing better than you can see someone sort of just up ahead and you think, I think they're just going ever so slight. I think I can catch him. And then I can get a little pull from them for a while. And then I can really upset them if it's a man. It's brilliant. And then take off. And then they always come back and overtake me again, but the initial bit's great.
For so far after the long food station, you thought, I must be able to see the sea soon, must be able to see the sea, but all you could see was a rim of hills. And also the thought that you'd probably have to climb them because that's the way the route seemed to be going. If there was a hill, it would be that you would have to go off over it on a bike. Wasn't quite used to the killer hills towards the end, Limber Hill especially, which we saw was an effort to get up, but it was an achievement when I did it.
Relief. And I think a real sense of personal achievement that, you know, I've been able to do it and I've pushed myself to do it, and it is just for me.
I am pleased. 11 hours 17. Congratulations. It's all right, isn't it? Take that.
For me, 13 months ago, James told me I was doing the event. I didn't have a bike and I didn't have the ability to do it. Thanks to his support and the fantastic organisation over the weekend from all of the open cycling team, I managed to achieve, and that's something that can never be taken away from me. Never let it be an excuse. At any point, it's almost a reason to do it, just to prove that these things can be done.